Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Graz, and this is the Fury Warrior video. Now, as always, any helpful links for Fury Warriors will be listed in the description area below. Be sure to check them out after the video. Fury Warriors. What are they? Dual-wielding weapon masters bashing in the faces of their opponent. Now, wouldn't it be nice just to simply bash in anything that got on your nerves? Anyway, my warrior right here is still in the Outlands. That's right, there's still some people leveling in Outlands. I'm one of the few. Now, bear in mind that I am currently going to also use dungeons to help the leveling process. I don't intend on doing every single quest in Outlands. I don't really care for it. It's been done. But anyway, you can level as a Fury Warrior. It's not exactly very optimal, but it is entirely doable. The thing is, leveling in Fury doesn't become optimal until you hit level 80. That's when your mastery comes into play, and that's when it makes all of the difference. That's really when things get interesting. It becomes a lot more fun. But that's not to say you can't have fun while you're leveling at lower levels. It's just a totally different feel. Especially when you get Colossal Smash at level 81. That really becomes a big part of your rotation, at which I will get into later on. Now, in patch 4.2, we received a little bit of a nerf. Okay, we received a nerf, but it's not bad. We are still very viable, and it's still fun to play. Our DPS took a little bit of a hit, but that's not going to deter a lot of people. If you like playing Warrior, it's not going to deter you at all. So, there's nothing there that's really going to change anyone's mind. Now, if you haven't played Warrior before, well, there's a thing you're going to have to understand. Some of the abilities require something called to be enraged. And basically, to be enraged, it's going to happen during battle at certain points. Or if you need it right away, there's certain cooldowns that will pop enrage for you. Now, I don't have them off the top of my head right here, but you can check the links below to get a better in-depth feel for it. I will give you a look at what the rotation will look like. But before that, I'm going to give you a look at what the talent tree looks like. As you can see here, this is an 85 topped out talent tree. Of course, you already know that mine is still in Outlands, so this ain't mine. And of course, take a look below and look around and see which talent tree works for you. You may never know. There's various different trees out there. You may find one that works the best for you. Now, I would like to say before I get started that it is Colossus Smash, not Colossal Smash. It always seems to get me confused every time. I always seem to call it Colossal when it's actually Colossus Smash. So if you try to look that up on Whalehead or Google or anything else, it may not come back the results you want. Okay, as for the rotation, it is going to be Colossus Smash, Bloodthirst, followed by Raging Blow. Now, Raging Blow is one of these abilities that will require you to be enraged. So if you're not enraged, you would have to wait until Bloodthirst comes off a cooldown to use it again. But hopefully you will be enraged already. So After that raging blow, it will be bloodthirst. Then either heroic strike if your rage is over 65% and you need a rage dump, or if you have a blood surge proc, then you can simply use slam. Now, the importance of that is without a blood surge proc, slam is basically a ability on a cast timer. Blood surge takes away that cast timer and makes it instant. It's a definite must. You wouldn't want to use slam with a cast timer. It's a DPS loss. So in retrospect, the rotation would be totally Colossus Smash, Bloodthirst, Raging Blow, Bloodthirst, and then either Heroic Strike or Slam, simply put. Stats you are going to want. First and foremost, above all, on Plate Mail, Strength. Simply put, it gives you damage overall. Second following is getting your hit to 8%. You want to definitely get that hit, and you definitely want to get your expertise to 26%. A lot of your damage will be coming from the front, so expertise is very big on that. You would either have to go to the front or basically hit from behind, but you'll definitely want to get your expertise cap, which is 26%. The third following would be crit. Crit is going to give you them nice big numbers, especially when Colossus Smash has the mob's defense down, or has their armor down. After crit, then you can get your hit to 27%. That would be the total hit cap. You don't have to, but it's there. The 27% will get all your auto hits to hit. It's not really needed. At the same level is going to be Mastery. It's kind of back and forth. It doesn't really matter. Hit or Mastery, I kind of maybe favor Mastery a little bit more. But in the last slot is going to be Haste. Haste is the least needed of all. It doesn't really matter. So there you have it. You'll have Strength, followed by 8% hit cap and 26 expertise, followed by crit. That's followed by the 27% hit cap and Mastery, with Haste pulling up the rear. Now, once you get near the end of the talent spec for Fury, you'll have a choice between Titan's Grip and Single-Minded Fury. Titan's Grip is going to allow you to dual wield two-handed weapons such as two-handed axes and swords and whatnot. Single-Minded Fury will still have you dual wielding one-hander weapons, but it's going to increase the damage they do to about the levels of Titan's Grip, the weapons you would have with two-handers. So basically, they're kind of on par where they're at. That's kind of a personal thing. If you're happy dual wielding one-handers, go with Single-Minded Fury. If you like two-handers and don't mind it, go with Titan's Grip. The thing with Single-Minded Fury is that, of course, I've already stated that your damage is going to be increased, but at the same time, instead of your slam hitting with one weapon, it's going to hit with both weapons. So it's not too much, but it's a little bit of a boost. In general, as I've already stated, they're about on par, Titan's Grip and Single-Minded Fury. So ultimately, the choice is yours. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you found this video informative. If you have or have gotten something positive out of it, please give me a thumbs up. If not, or there's something wrong and you feel negative about it, give me a thumbs down. And as always, feel free to leave a comment. And remember, each week we have new videos of the Say Whaa series being released every Friday. So feel free to stop by, see what's what each week. You can go to our website to find out more information about if there's any projects going on, or maybe some hints on the next spec that will be done in the upcoming weeks. And I thank you for stopping by. And hopefully next week you'll be back to see our next video. In the meantime, take care, and I will see you later.